So good morning, guys. I haven't done a really good job of vlogging since I've been here, but I'll catch you up. So when I first got here, I did vlog a little bit, and I'll insert the clip now.
Will you take part in my life, my love? That is my dream. I just got a dream. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. I just got a dream. It's what you make it. Always try to give.
Literally took all day, but the entire yard is completely done, front and back. Alright, hey guys, so I've been here for quite some time actually. I got here at 9:45 this morning, and it's now like 6:30. Went and stopped at my grandma's house on our way back from the airport, and then came home and literally have been working out in the yard ever since. I love yard work, but man, it's a workout. And my flight here was absolutely horrible. I got sick on the flight like I usually do. Like, I don't know what it is. I fall asleep, had the air on, I had my jacket, and I didn't feel hot because I had the air directly on me. I was sitting in the middle seat. I had kids behind me that were like screaming and yelling the entire flight, kicking the back of my seat, like, you know, the typical bad flight experience you could think of. Like I say, I got sick on the plane, and I like overheated. I started sweating. I felt like I was about to have an anxiety attack or a panic attack, but I managed to calm myself down, and I got up and I went to the bathroom and splashed some water in my face. And then my ears, when we were descending, my ears were popping so bad, to the point where like my whole head felt like it was just gonna pop at one point. And then even after we landed, maybe a good hour, almost an hour and a half after we landed, I couldn't hear anything. Like, everything sounded super muffled, like as if I was underwater or something. And Naisha said, well, make sure that you had gotten all the water out of your ears, you know, from yesterday when we went swimming. And I was like, I did. I made sure I had no water left in my ears. But for some reason, my ears were just, I'm hearing bees. I'm like deathly allergic to bees, but I'm standing next to these beautiful flowers. But yeah, so all that. But I had a really good day with my parents out here in the yard, and my sister doing yard work. My brother just got here. He just got off work, and him and my dad are talking to the next door neighbor, who's they're talking about basketball, which I'm surprised, because my neighbor is actually really big into soccer. He actually was a semi-pro soccer player and actually convinced my dad to talk to me to play soccer in high school, which I ended up absolutely loving. So shout out to my next door neighbor growing up, because I never would have had the love for soccer that I have now.
A couple days later, I went to my sister's fashion show, because if you remember, the main reason I was coming here for 2 weeks was because my sister was graduating from high school.
Let's go, Leo!
Called Both of You. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah! Let's go, Lee!
okay, so my parents knew that I just got my real estate license, and so I know a bunch of real estate stuff now. I'm not an expert, but I know stuff now. So they've been in the process of trying to find a house, and so my mom kind of joked around before I was coming and said, you know, your task when you come is to find me a house. So within the first 2 days, I had found a house already. So we went and saw it. They loved it, and they wanted to put in an offer, but they have to try to negotiate the sale of their home and the purchase of that one at the same time. So, sorry guys, I'm back in Connecticut. My allergies are ridiculous. So, like, we were cleaning the house for the last few days, like trying to get it ready for the realtor to come and do a CMA. Excuse me. A CMA, which is basically an appraisal, but he is not an appraiser, so he can't call it an appraisal. But basically, he looks at the comps in the area, looks at the square footage of the home, and what the home has to offer to help my parents figure out a price. So I had already done all this stuff, but I'm not a real estate agent in Connecticut. I'm only a real estate agent in Florida. So I kind of just was advising my dad what I thought the figures would be. And when the guy came yesterday, literally everything I told my father, he told him again. So I was kind of like, you know, pat on my back, like, okay, I do know what I'm doing. So that was awesome. So a day ago, my dad and I went to the dentist. I had been having a lot of pain with my wisdom tooth a few weeks ago, and like it was like crowning, it was swollen, I could see the gum splitting, it was really bad. So I went to the dentist a few days ago, and they're like, do you want to get it done while you're here in the 2 weeks, or do you want to wait till you go home? And I'm like, I'd rather get it done now, because I don't have a dentist back home yet. After moving from Palm Bay to Orlando, from Orlando back to Palm Bay, I have to get all my stuff back together again. So I was just like, you know what, I'd rather just do it while I'm here during the 2 weeks. So they're like, okay, we're gonna call around to a couple doctor's offices that we're affiliated with and try to get you an appointment. Well, they called me the very next day, which was yesterday, and they got me an appointment for today at 8:15. It is now 7:24. So I'm getting 2 wisdom teeth taken out and a molar today, and this is the first time I'm ever having any type of surgery and being put under. So I have no clue. Like, I have a clue of what to expect. Obviously, I've seen all of the wisdom tooth removal videos on YouTube and Facebook and stuff, but it's me. I don't know how I'm gonna react. So just waiting on my dad to finish getting ready, and then we're gonna hit the road. Wish me luck, guys.